Rite TV Youth and Prominence Program. You're welcome with our guest Herbert Sabiiti, CEO, Ridgeline Consult. The making of a CEO is a journey, just like you. You could be in senior 3, you could be in senior 6, you could be at university. You are another entrepreneur, another important person in the making. And we learned from the previous episode that our colleague Herbert Sabiiti, after meeting a lot of challenges, is finally at university. We are amazed by an auntie who was so excited to pay his university education. People out there, the young people need all our support. If we are in positions where we can make sure they stay in school, your money is highly appreciated. An entrepreneur could be in the making like Herbert Sabiiti. Rite TV available on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You are able to meet us. The catchword is Rite TV Uganda. We would like now to hear from Herbert. What was his university journey like? What did you pick out in Makerere? What was that star that you walked out with from university?
Wow. Thank you so much for hosting me. And I'm very happy. Now, when I reached at Makerere University Business School, that first week, the orientation
The secondary school.
Yeah, the secondary school with our head boy. With our head boy. That secondary school, there is a gentleman I admire up to now called Professor Waswa Varunywa. Professor Wasa Varunywa came during our orientation week and told us this, that here at Makerere University Business School, we make people who are going to transform the economy out there in the marketplace. I became like, wow, that's what I want. He said that people out there in the banks, in all kind of economy, they all passed here. Makerere University Business School.
You said, wow.
I said, wow, this is where I am. This is where
I'm in the right place.
This is where I belong.
Yeah.
But again, he said something intriguing. He said that, but not all students who come from Makerere University Business School go there to transform the economy. Some, because of their behaviors, they fail in life. That his prayer, by then he says that his prayer is that you who have made it to Makerere University Business School, you will not be among the failures. He told us also that having a past degree, yes, I had forgotten, a past degree is an academic suicide.
I know.
It's an academic suicide. What is a past degree? So he explained everything. He explained about life. He said, now during secondary school, you used to put on uniform. Now you go to lecture room without uniform. In the secondary school, they used to force you to go to class, but now you can go to class if you want. You don't want, because all of you are above 18 years. You are mature. Said, hey, you didn't know I was mature. So everything you do actually shocked me. Every single word statement, every statement was so intriguing, and I still remember it. So I made a decision that I am going to be among those who are going to transform the economy. Again, I remembered that during that time, when you get first degree, when you get first degree, you are retained to lecture. Remember, in primary, I wanted to be a primary teacher. In the secondary, I wanted to be a secondary school teacher. At university,
you want to be a lecturer.
I wanted to be a lecturer.
I can imagine.
I worked so hard to become. I wanted to be a lecturer.
I know.
And I missed very few points. You know, something small. If you don't know that the use of time, even in microsecond can deny you gold.
I
Ask
know.
the recent Olympic
I
guys.
know. I
Even
know.
microsecond
I
can
know.
deny you. So even few points denied me to be a lecturer. But
Hmm.
it's not, I think, like you. I was born to be a teacher. Maybe that's why I'm writing books. That's why I formed
I know.
Ridgeline College.
I know.
I said, hey, if you don't want me to lecture, I can make myself, I can
Hmm.
make an institution.
I know.
That's why I started Ridgeline College.
Ridgeline College.
Yeah. So that during uh, you know, when you grow up in a church that Christian background,
Yeah.
and the Kaimas, other missioners come, you get born
I
again.
know.
Every time you get born again,
I
but
know.
maybe you don't know the definition of getting born again,
Hmm.
because you go what has God saved you from stealing sugar, from doing what? So I got born again, but to that that sincere
Hmm.
that sincere
Hmm.
uh, uh, that getting born again. What I remember was in my second year at
Mhm.
Makerere University,
Mhm.
when I went to Watoto. By then it was KPC Central,
Wow.
and that's where I got born again from,
Wow.
and
Wow.
accepted Jesus Christ as my
Yeah.
personal Savior. Up to now, I'm still born again. I preach the Word of God, and I
Wow.
thank God for His
Wow. Wow.
salvation power.
Wow. Wow.
Now, after after Makerere University, uh, this is also another story, sir.
Uh
You
huh.
know, when we are when we are growing up, they told
Uh
us
huh.
that one key, the only key to success is education.
Mhm.
Now you finish Makerere, you finish campus, you don't know what to do. Yeah? You know, the other time Professor Warunya says you can transform the economy. Now,
How can I
how
transform the
can I transform
economy?
the economy?
Mhm.
Now, I had an uncle who called me that I go and stay with him. I said, no, I will not stay with you. I wanted to be independent. So I got,
Young men.
so I got my friends,
Mhm.
and we went and hired a place
Mhm.
in Mutungo, and we stayed there. Now, my sister, my late sister, may she rest in eternal peace, she gave us a TV. I think that was dangerous. So we spend a lot of time watching the
Oh.
Nigeria movies. A lot of time watching the Nigeria movies. Now we get what we call newspapers,
Mhm.
get job advice,
Mhm.
and write application. There's no single there is no single job we got from writing those applications.
I
We are
know.
wasting
I
time.
know.
We are wasting a lot of time in that. Now, there's a time when we had no single coin in our pocket, and only would survive on millet flour. And there's a time when our body refused that millet flour. We got dios everyone, and we said no, we need solid food in our body. We need solid food.
I know.
So we asked, is there anyone who has at least a single coin? We combined every single coin we arranged and got 700 shillings. We went and bought buns and came and put something
In
sold.
the stomach.
Now my friend called the dad in the village, had sent us Irish
Wow.
who had some money, other friend who had come to check on us,
Wow.
helped us to give us transport to pick Irish from the bus park
Wow.
to Mutungo. Now, an interesting thing, the the lady, the lady from
Uh.
the landlord
Mhm.
had a wife, and she was a stay home. So sometimes we would go during the day in the evening, like
Mm.
getting bored at home. So we left the store open, but we had a visitor from Barara who had slept with us, who had slept, we remained with us. We had gone on the street.
Mm.
We call it
Mm.
street.
Straight.
Yeah. So that lady saw all of us going at
Mm.
the store for Irish.
Was
was
open.
open. By the remember we had given her some part of the pot of Irish potatoes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, the Wachiga are always generous, and we are all Wachiga. And remember,
I like that.
they taught us how to give. So we
I
gave
know.
her. But surprisingly, when we left like this, she went to supervise whether we have gone, and she told the house helper
Uh-huh.
to go and steal Irish. So
Oh.
the man, the man behind, uh, the man who was sleeping, he had the entire plan, and when she had picked the Irish
Mm-hmm.
from a very big saucepan,
Mm-hmm.
the guy opened the
The
door.
door.
He said, "Where are you taking the Irish?
Our food.
Our food." She was shivering and she took it back. So from then, uh, from then
Mm-hmm.
we uh, whenever would be at home at home, the lady would be inside the
Her
house.
house.
That sin, the sin can imprison you.
I know.
Your sin can imprison
I
you.
know.
So we decided to give her peace. When the time when our rent ended, we shifted to Kawala, and that's why we shifted from Mutungo to Kawala, because we wanted to give her peace, to give
Mm.
the landlord peace
Mm.
because of stealing Irish. Now, that's how
Yeah.
I joined St. Francis Chapel
Ah,
Makerere.
when you moved to Kawala.
When I moved to
Right.
Kawala, that's
Right.
how I joined St. Francis Chapel Makerere.
Mm.
That's how I joined Kayum, those Anglican Youth Missioners,
Mm.
and that's how we started. That's how we started. That's how we started going out to preach the word of God,
Wow. 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 Wow.
and
Wow.
from there uh, I got there is something that I had forgotten, sir.
Mm-hmm. You need to mention it quickly.
My graduation, my graduation
Yeah.
day,
Mm-hmm.
my graduation day was a turning point. Uh, I got an interview to work somewhere. It was called TNT. It's a Korea company.
Mm.
And do you know why? Because during at campus we used to give, we used to help those elders,
Mm-hmm.
to help them in discussion group, not knowing that that person was going to help me
Wow.
to give me a job.
Wow.
We had
Wow.
a company called, we had a franchise company called TNT Korea
Wow.
company. So he called me because he knew I was very bright, and he told me, uh, I did an interview and said, "You are going to come and start tomorrow."
Mm-hmm.
I did the interview on Thursday. I wanted me to start on
On
Friday.
Friday.
Yet it was a graduation day. I told him I'm graduating. So I
Ah.
graduated when my head
Was high. You
was
had a
high.
job.
I had a
Woo.
job.
Woo.
That's
Nice.
how God
Nice.
helped me.
Nice.
I had a job
Mm.
as an accounts assistant.
Mm-hmm.
I reached there. I found some my supervisor. We were together at MOBS,
Mm.
and he taught me how to use Tele, how to use computer. By the way, you you go somewhere and you find you are green, as if you have never studied.
I know.
As if
You
you have
know.
never studied. That's why I started the Ridgeline College,
Mm,
to,
mm, mm,
help the
mm,
young
mm.
people to be ready for the marketplace.
I know.
Help the young people to be ready for the marketplace.
Mm.
If I didn't have that supervisor to teach me talent, to teach me
True.
the bank reconciliation,
True.
I passed very well accounts, but
In
I
class.
didn't know what it means to do bank
I
reconciliation, to
know.
do those things.
I know.
So, experience, you can get experience at Regina College.
Wow.
That's the reason why
Wow.
I started Regina College, to give experience to people.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I did accounts assistant in TNT
Mm.
Korea company,
Mm.
and uh, I also, that was time for me to preach the word of God with
Mm-hmm.
Kaim
Mm-hmm.
at Makerere at St. Francis Chapel,
Mm.
and from there that's where I got my wife. nice
I
Sabiiti.
was about to ask that.
That's how I got my wife nice Sabiiti.
Mm-hmm.
But also I liked Makerere strikes because I was staying across in Mulago.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister came with nice hiding from away from a strike, and I say a very beautiful girl. So sometimes strikes can
Oh
also help.
my,
I'm
that's
not encouraging you to
amazing.
do strikes, but you get every
That
opportunity.
was God's way of doing it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's how I got to know my wife. Uh, uh, Briefly about the story of our relationship,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
dated, and there was some I to know the uh, disagreements. She
Mm-hmm.
refused to pick. She refused to pick my phone calls for a week, entire week. I gave it. That's short. I said, if she doesn't pick my phone call
This
now,
time, I'm
this
done.
time, I'm not going to marry her.
Young men.
She's
Woo!
going to miss me. What I did, I sent her a message around 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I sent her a text message that I have been kidnapped. So self-kidnaps are not new. I did I did self-kidnap. I've been kidnapped. So she tried to call me. I switch off. I send a message. When you call me, they will know that I have a phone and I mean. So uh, uh, yet I was inside my
Your
bedroom,
house.
inside my house. So by by six
Mm-hmm.
by 6 a.m. I called her and she picked me. I said I survived. It took us somewhere I don't know, but now I've got my way to home. I'm now at home.
What a lie.
At 7 a
She was at your place.
at 7 a.m. she was at my
That's
place.
unfair.
Uh, she was at my place. You young girls, you can you go through a road. Girls go through a road. So by 7 a.m. she was already at my place, and
And you were clean. The kidnapped person was clean,
the kidnapped person was clean, and
intact.
she got to know the story later after knowing her that I kidnapped myself because I knew if I tell her she would chat
I
me.
know, I know.
Yeah, but remember when I was in senior six, I told
Mm-hmm.
my friends
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
at 32 years I was going to start my own company.
Company.
I said that when I was in senior six, and by the way, uh, if you have followed me properly, you know that
Mm,
every
mm,
word I say,
mm,
I fulfill. Every word
mm,
I say, I
mm,
fulfill. At
mm,
30 years, I was going to start my own business.
mm.
So when I got to that job, I started what we call uh, uh, the Chibanda, the video Chibanda,
Mm-hmm.
showing videos and in the weekend showing
Mm,
football,
mm-hmm.
and that's where my entrepreneurship journey started.
Wow,
And
wow.
later, my boss lost the franchise, and I became jobless again. But I had that Chibanda. I had employed my relative who is
Wow.
managed the Chibanda. And you know, in Uganda, when you start something, some other person comes and starts exactly the same
Near
thing
you.
and very good, excellent. So he outcompetes
You're
you.
the
So
source of the business idea.
he was idea. So some other people came and started. At the end of the month, I found I couldn't pay.
Rent.
I couldn't not rent. Actually, it was
Mm,
at my aunt's place.
mm,
I couldn't pay. I couldn't pay this TV
mm,
subscription,
mm, mm,
so I closed that.
mm.
I have killed many businesses before I formed this ridgeline. I've killed many
That's okay.
businesses.
That's okay.
Now there is another. Uh, when I lost the job, uh, I, I went to my uncle called Shem Vagime. He had promised me on my graduation party that he is going to give me,
Mm.
but remember I already had another
A
job.
job.
Yeah, so I went there and he gave me a job as
Mm-hmm.
a business development manager,
Mm-hmm.
and I did well. Let me tell you, me when I when I do a job, I
Mm-hmm.
do it very, very well. That's
Mm.
why I always tell the youth that you should always be at the top. You should always excel in everything you do.
Mm.
Now I realize that he always come to office
Mm.
around 6 a.m. or 6:30. Me by 5:50, I would be in office. So
Wow.
literally,
Wow.
I
Wow.
wouldn't accept the uh, to I wouldn't accept to find the boss in office. So literally, we would come and we discuss how
Mm.
the day was.
Mm.
He trained me how the day
Mm.
was,
Mm.
how we are going to perform. So I did well at Bagin and Company as a business development
Mm.
manager,
Mm. Mm.
and later I remembered my my promise
Mm. Of starting your own
of
company.
starting my own company.
So before Herbert tells us about starting of his own company, remember even that Chibanda, by the way, was a company.
Yeah.
But I would like to really, at this point, upload Professor Waswa Valunywa of Makerere University Business School statements, clear statements he made to students who are new students. One statement which we are also benefiting from now is you transformers. The businesses out there are waiting for you. You're the people going to bring a difference, economic transformation, and other things like that. So, what statements are you telling young people? Right TV is telling you there are opportunities out there. Come, do your best. Your boss gets to office at 6:30. Herbert Sabiiti tells us you can actually get to the office before your boss. So don't ask him how he got there, whether motor border. Right now he drives a big car, but he must have been using motorbikes, but making sure he beats it. So right now, where we are going, we would like him to summarize for us the journey. Yes, he met the Lord at Watoto. It's amazing, Sabiiti, we share that. I met the Lord at Watoto. The sermon was preached by Pastor Gary Skinner, and he led me to Christ. I later came to St. Francis. The same thing happened to you.
Yeah.
You met Christ in Watoto, came to St. Francis Chapel,
Yeah.
and that's where you ended up into ministry and service. So I'd like you now to quickly tell us how nice we've met nice. We've not yet married her, and a bit of after you've married her and moving into private practice. And it would be good, don't give us only the big shots of the private practice. I would like us on this episode to mention the tough things about being an entrepreneur, because later we will be able to find out, okay, how did you overcome them? We are talking and
Wow. Now I got married on 7th August
uh,
2010,
wow.
and my job and 2012. Now, before I resigned my job, I had started another company with my friends. It was a clinic, and we had a vision, a mission to the case clinic. That was the only that was a case clinic within 5 years, and doing very well for a partnership. You know, when you are going to another
Partnership.
person, the way you are courting when you are dating is the way you should court a business partner. So we had some disagreements, and we sold off that that clinic that was going
Mm.
to be case clinic. Survived us
I
because
love that.
case clinic survived us because
Mm.
of that. Now, I remembered my promise I was short by 2 years. At 32 years, I wanted to start a business by 30 years, so I
Mm.
started it at.
Mm.
Remembering the promise, I wasn't ready.
Mm.
I People normally ask when I stop from working
Mm-hmm.
someone and go to do my own. You will never be ready.
That's
You
true.
will never be ready. By the way, I started Ridgeline together with my business partner when I had only 700,000 on my account. My wife was pregnant at home.
Wow. Wow.
She was at home. She had no job. I had 700,000, and I had a loan from DFCU Bank of 5 million. But I decided it is the right time to resign.
Wow.
It's the right time to start my own
Wow.
company.
Wow.
And of course, let me not sound like a motivational speaker. It is true, I started with 700,000, but during that, of course, why I got that loan, I was buying land. I decided to sell off the land. My wife was pregnant. I was at McKinney University doing masters in business
What?
administration.
And of
From
course,
700,000, I was paying tuition for
that's the heart
myself.
of an entrepreneur.
I was paying. I was paying tuition for myself,
Mm,
and I decided no, time to start my
mm,
own company
mm,
is now.
mm.
There is no right time. The right time is in your mind. Sometimes you make radical decisions. As Sarah, many people told me I was because because I was so much. I had a lot of faith. People said that now maybe it's Pentecostalism
Pentecostalism.
that has makes me do something that
I
is
know.
that I'm not supposed
The
to do.
statement is familiar.
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to do.
I
But
know.
with Line,
Mm-hmm.
uh, with Rite partner, and now Ridgeline is the fastest growing real estate company
Wow,
in
wow,
Uganda.
wow, wow,
From
wow.
Ridgeline, there is Ridgeline College,
Yeah,
Ridgeline Capital,
yeah.
and we are performing well. We are
Mm,
influencing the,
mm,
and we thank God that
mm,
that He has enabled us
mm,
to
mm,
perform
mm,
like this
mm,
up to now.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Herbert Sabiiti, our guest, has done us so well. He's completed campus, found a job, found a beautiful wife who I have met. Hi, nice Sabiiti. He has made up his mind. I am going private. He has actually started Ridgeline Consult, this time with more definite partners. Not only that, he's doing his MBA, he's paying his own school fees, has capital of only 700,000 shillings, and hoping to actually transform the market, be a force in the market. How about you've done us so well? You know, a few years down the road, a few years ago, I was watching a TV program. I was watching Gifted by and it portrays Ben Carson's. Ben Carson's, the neurosurgeon who was able to operate the first Siamese twins in the world. I was watching, and one day their mother, who was a cleaner, came back home, looked at her children and told them, you are going to stop watching TV because you need to develop your God-given talents. If you do that, it won't be long before you will be seen on TV. I see Herbert Sabiiti, a man who gave up so much, decided to develop his God-given talents, and guess what? He's excelling. Thank you so much, Herbert.
You're welcome. When we finish a university or other institutions, we think that we have finished. We have finished. People don't like reading. My friend bought this book, Young and Flourishing, and he said, but I have bought it because you are my friend, but I don't read books. But we encourage young ones to read important information. There is a lot of information out there, but choose the right information that you should read. Get books, read books. There's no one who has succeeded without reading books.